the body can't go where the mind hasn't gone first.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know, right?
that's a good point. I haven't done a lot of visualization. I need to. I think it was a mental block for me. I'd be in it and I'd be, doing whatever I was doing, and then it would just go black and I'd
Yeah,
lose it,
yeah,
So like I have tried in the past to in other realms too, and
yeah.
visualizing like start to finish, and I struggle with the finish part.
Don't judge it. I mean,
Mm,
the way it goes is the way it goes. Meditation
sure,
and things like that. You can't judge yourself. You just have to put yourself back in the ring
sure.
again and again. All right, I'm expanding my awareness into just my body right now, just the body, just the breath, which is, the only flowing thing that's happening in the this uh, awakening of awareness, sharpening of your pencil. You know what I mean?
Sure.
If you're gonna write, the story of your world, sharpen the pencil, in
Right.
terms of the clarity of your awareness, and just you'll get there and you'll be all zenned out in your visualization uh mind chamber of the
Hmm.
empty silent space of feeling really, really good. And then some intrusive thought is going to show up. That's how it works. A
Right.
fly lands on your nose, like, and that becomes a slippery slope of, you know and you
Sure.
just sit back down, and
So
you don't judge, you just keep
it's
trying.
a learned activity or learned, I guess, process, and not necessarily something that you're just born with. Is that kind of what you mean? Like it's a muscle. You
The
got to
monkey
train it.
mind is
Right.
part of our base software.
Mm,
In order to survive in this world, we always have the push and pull of those two forces of like sort of the gravity that collects the content of our mind, crystallizes our understanding of our immediate surroundings, create safety. That's the hyper vigilant ego. It's based in fear. I mean, essentially,
right.
right?
Sure.
And without any fear, you're toast, dude. All of us. You don't have enough, sort of fear that if I don't inhale again, I will die. Well, you're right.
Right.
You're right.
Right.
At the bottom of every exhale is literally death. If you
Mm,
don't eat, if you don't pull, if you don't flare,
right.
you have every reason to be afraid. And yet, if we live in fear, we know where that goes. If you don't get
Yeah.
out of it. And then the far end is the too loose, where you
Sure.
absolve yourself of all ego functions, the hypervigilance and all that stuff. You just say, oh, I don't identify with this body or this lifetime. It is what it is. I'm just observing it as an observer. Well, then you don't have enough ego to survive. If you live
Right.
in cosmic consciousness all day long, every day, your
It's
feet are like a little bit off the ground. You got no traction in this
sure.
in this three-dimensional world. So we just have to
Sure.
recognize we're both. And
That's it's a spectrum,
yeah, and it's
or
just
it's a
it's an
pendulum.
oscillating spectrum. When you fly an airplane, it's an oscillatory process. Pitch,
Right.
pitch, too much, too little, right? Too little airspeed, too much, right? Roll. There's an oscillatory correction process. That's human intelligence. That's
Mm,
intelligence in a nutshell. Is it's oscillatory. Question
interesting.
is that done with aggression and sort of self-aggression that you weren't perfect to start with, and that's why you have to make a correction? No, that's you came here to be the corrector. you know,
Right.
to
Right.
be the one that makes ugly things beautiful and asymmetrical things more symmetrical, and airspeed to be monitored within a usable range.
Right.
Right? That's the pilot's job, is to just stay in the box and just keep correcting in a sustainable mindset where you don't get yourself too relaxed or too freaked.
That's a really good point. Yeah. There's a healthy spot in there somewhere, right? But it bounces around. Yeah.
Yep.
That's very interesting. Huh.
Life is an ebb and flow.
Right.
It's
Right.
the ebb and flow of being completely non-active and too hyperactive, and it's
Sure.
just constantly happening back and forth between doing and being, right? You
That's
ride out of a turn, like a really clean turn on a canopy, and it's all smooth. You're not muscling it around with a toggle. You're flowing through that turn. And then there's this phase where you let it coast down the hill.
Mm,
All right? And
yeah.
you're yin in that moment. Yin and yang. You are
Sure.
just receptive. in that moment. And at some point there is a yang version where maybe you got to nail some increased angle of attack and you got to
Right.
force against the force to make things go where you want it to go. There's always both yin
Hmm.
and yang, both receptive, both masculine and feminine, if you want to think of it that way.
Sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
Always. And the pilot has to be the complete yin and yang.
Right. Because you need both. Yeah,
Yep.
it takes both.
Hmm.
That's interesting. That's a really cool way to put that. I like that a lot. I'm definitely gonna write that one down, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully, these thoughts sort of, continue spinning onward, and then you start to see how this idea of a system of, action and inaction, allowing and creating,
Sure.
it's a whole. It's not like
Hmm.
one is separate from the other, pulling against the other, like lift and weight, right?
Right.
It's the lift and weight that creates the wholeness of your stability.
Hmm.
It's not wrong. It's not right or wrong. There's just always polarity that appears to be separate that is actually part of a whole.
Interesting.
It's a system.
Right. Yeah, you can't have yin without yang, right? Like it's yeah, right. It's just a it's a whole thing in one, right? It takes them both.
You got it.
That's interesting.
That
Huh.
applies to everything I've observed.
Right,
You
right.
know?
I mean, truly, yeah, that's a very, very philosophical way to think about that, and I like it because it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Ton of sense.
Yeah. Extreme sports do have lots of meaning that we can extrapolate, and project and find the principles elsewhere.
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah,
Because,
absolutely.
truth is truth.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's very cool. Super helpful, man.
When your days are dark and your nights are light, nothing you're doing is going out right. Yeah, you're feeling like you never will smile again. Can't see through all the drops of rain. You just can't seem to get back on your feet. Now, don't you cry, just get outside. Na, 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 na. Get out to the air in the calming breeze. Feel the serenity of the rocks and trees. Get your head up to the bluest sky. Arms around your limbs, the slowly untie. Set your breath to the rhythm of the sea. Get your legs moving and walk with me. Don't you cry, just get outside. All I'm gonna tell you is it's alright. Just find yourself a rock and a hold on tight. Cause the sun's coming up on the bright blue day. Just might help you to find a better way to deal with all the crap that you've been felt and all the lousy feelings that you have felt. Don't you cry, just get outside.